Got a good 2.5, 3 weeks before they found out that I broke my neck. And I was in and out of hospitals, and x-ray after x-ray, they couldn't find nothing, but I could hear the crunching in my neck. I feel myself getting all numb and, weak, and I called my wife. I said, get me back to the hospital, something else wrong. I could feel everything just getting numb everywhere, and I was getting pretty scared for my life, basically. The following day, they did the operation, and they said they didn't know if it was going to be successful or not, but they did all kinds of tests on me, and I couldn't feel my feet. I couldn't feel my whole upper body. I could feel my hands and my hands a bit, but they were numb as heck. And I was pretty scared. And they said, Mr. Lauzon, we're sorry, but we don't know if you'll ever walk again. And them words just set me back. I said, there's no way. I'm an athlete, I'm a professional. There's no way this could happen to me, and I was determined to get back.
Jack Lauzon, and that's his secret. They got the job done.
On May 8, 1999, almost 33 months to the day he had his accident, Jack Lauzon defied the odds.
It was nice to be on the horses and to be out there racing again. And then to win your first one all over again, it was just like winning my first race. I mean, it was exciting and thrilling for me.
And finally, 1999 heralded the birth of the new $1 million Adel Mile. Favorite Hawksley Hill and Canadian hopeful Quiet Resolve were among North America's top turf specialists, ready to kick off the new event on the famed E.P. Taylor turf. But it was a controversial finish to the race that stole the headlines.
It's going to be a tight one. Hawksley Hill in a thriller.
Although Hawksley Hill had crossed the wire first, it was Rob Landry and Longshot Quiet Resolve who went into the record books as the $1 million winner, after Pat Day and Hawksley Hill were disqualified from first and placed fourth.
Don't go away. The Sport of Kings will be right back.
That brings us to the new millennium. As clocks and calendars approach double zeros, the world and the Ontario racing industry look to the future with a sense of trepidation. With government casinos now a reality and the lottery industry booming, Woodbine had to do something to ensure they could move forward in this new gaming landscape. And they did. Woodbine's marriage of racing and slots became the blueprint for successful racetrack operations across Ontario. And on the track, the new millennium gave rise to more world-renowned racing superstars that got their start at Woodbine.
The year Y2K was an extraordinary year of change and accomplishment at Woodbine Racetrack. In March of 2000, Woodbine witnessed the birth of a new era with the grand opening of its slots facility, featuring 1,700 slot machines on the first floor.
Brand new customers, about 100,000 customers a week coming to Woodbine Racetrack, not because of racing initially, but because of the fact that there are slot machines here.
And as expected, the marriage between racing and slots has proven to be a win-win situation for everyone involved.
That type of meaningful gaming business has brought a significant increase in purses. Since that time, purses have doubled. Many customers who first came here because of slot machines have become fans of racing, and that really is what the program was all about. So it all began in the year 2000, and let's hope it'll continue for a very long time.
It's been a great career. I could never knock it. I made a lot of friends, and a lot of enemies too, but more friends.
After a glorious 35 years in the saddle, Hall of Fame rider Robin Platts decided to call it a career. And what a career! In addition to riding at racetracks all over the globe, the native of Leicester, England, truly distinguished himself at Woodbine. The ultra-competitive Platts rode numerous stakes winners en route to winning over 3,200 races, including a record-tying 4 Queen's Plates. The magnificent E.P. Taylor Turf Course played host to a trio of outstanding turf races in 2000 that featured electrifying finishes.
We're coming down to the finish. A hold your breath finish. Riviera outnods Arcadian Hero to win the Adel Mile. Fly for Avies coming on now. 3 of them coming to the wire in a dramatic photo finish. Innuendo waiting upstage. Fly for Avies throw a blanket over them in the E.P. Taylor Stakes.
And terrific sportsmanship as well, as Patrick Husbands and Frankie Dettori dueled to the wire in the 2000 Canadian International.
Williams News has taken the lead from Patrick Husbands.
to this day, I would go to my grave saying I win that race, you know, but I say pictures don't tell lies, but I feel from my heart that picture tells lies, you know.
Finally, the year 2000 also saw the passing of legendary owner, breeder, and Hall of Fame builder Ernie Samuel. Mr. Samuel's outstanding legacy includes having been the first Canadian owner to capture Breeders' Cup races with Dance Smartly in 1991 and Chief Bearheart in '97. Samuel also won an Eclipse Award in '91 as top owner and was awarded the Order of Canada in 1998. It was only fitting then in 2000 for his Samson Farm stable to completely dominate at Woodbine. In addition to campaigning Horse of the Year Quiet Resolve, Samson also won the Canadian Oaks.
Here comes Catch the Ring. One final acceleration. Catch the Ring on the money. Beats her entry mate, Mountain Angel, to win the Oaks.
As well as the Queen's Plate.
Sink, and here comes Scatter the Gold. Scatter the Gold, the maiden, wins the Queen's Plate.
A triumph that was dedicated appropriately to the man who left his outstanding imprint on Canadian racing.
This one's for Mr. Samuel, so it's kind of emotional right now, but Mr. Samuel, congratulations.
Gut-wrenching photo finish in the Adel Mile.
Stellar performances, rising stars, monumental upsets, new beginnings headlined Woodbine for 2 spectacular seasons of racing in 2001 and 2002. With the popularity of slot machines, the Ontario Jockey Club emerged as a leader in Canada's entertainment industry. 2001 marked the beginning of Woodbine Entertainment, fronted by new chairman, president, and CEO David Wilmot.
One final acceleration. Dance through the dawn, trying to hold on for 70 more yards. Like her mother, like her brother. Dance through the dawn.
By taking the 142nd running of the Queen's Plate, Dance Through the Dawn echoed the achievement made by her mother, Dance Smartly, 10 years earlier, and her brother, Scar the Gold, the year before. It would be the first time full siblings would win back-to-back plates. And the closest 3-horse finish in the history of the Adel Mile, Canadian bred numerous times in Patrick Husbands, nosed American Invader Firm Success and Canadian Quiet Resolve in the 2001 edition.
Ready to set down a Good Journey.
The following year, Good Journey and jockey Pat Day scored a 1-length victory over 55-1 long shot Chapanina, the only filly in the field of 13. The win allowed Day to reclaim the title after losing it 3 years earlier when his mount Hawksley Hill was placed 4th for rider interference.
Good Journey was brilliant this afternoon to win the Adel Mile.
Bug rider Chantel Sutherland galloped her way to the top to become the country's top apprentice jockey in 2001.
It's always been a dream to be a pro athlete, whether it was field hockey or riding horses, and I'm happy that I chose horses.
With 124 wins under her belt and purse earnings of almost $6 million, Sutherland capped off her 2002 campaign with a 2nd straight Sovereign Award. 2002 also marked the debut of another champion, as future Triple Crown winner Wando kick-started his outstanding career by taking both the Vandal and Grey Breeders' Cup Stakes.
Here comes Wando. Migliori calls on him and he blows by Gigawatt. It is Wando in the final 16th of a mile, and Canada has a Breeders' Cup 2-year-old, and his name is Wando. He wins the Grey Breeders' Cup, and he does it impressively.
Finally, 2002 saw the 2nd biggest upset in the 143 runnings of the Queen's Plate.
TJ's Lucky Moon at outrageous odds. He wins the Queen's Plate at 80-1.
TJ's Lucky Moon won by 3/4 of a length over a charging Anglian Prince. This would be the first plate win for both jockey Steve Bann and trainer Vito Armada, and showcase one of the most jubilant winner's circle celebrations Woodbine has ever seen.
Woodbine jockeys dominated the headlines in 2003 and 2004, along with a couple of other astounding equine accomplishments.
If this is what you want.
Veteran rider Todd Cable was by far the star. In 2003, he was the first jockey in Canada to reach $10 million in purse earnings, the leading rider with 160 wins, 29 of them stakes races, and a Sovereign Award as Canada's top jockey.
Thank you very much.
In 2004, Todd Cable becomes leading rider once again, with over $10 million in purse earnings and another Sovereign Award. But this time there was one more accomplishment that would put him in the news more than any other, equaling an almost 4-decade-old record held by Avelino Gomez.
Cable does it. He equals Gomez's 36 stakes victories.
My father had passed away, and before he passed away, he asked me to pick up my act and make the family proud, and I said I would, and I honored my word, and went on to achieve that for him, and we won a Sovereign Award, and like I say, I dedicated it to him, and I wasn't going to let him down. So it was a very emotional year and a strong year.
If these exploits weren't enough, 2003 actually could have been a bigger year for the native of McCreary, Manitoba, had he made a different decision.
The last time that Mike Keogh paddocked Wando in the paddock, I felt I had made the wrong decision, and wishing that I could still make the change, but I knew I couldn't.
Owner Gus Schickadans and trainer Mike Keogh were in the enviable position of having two of the top horses in the 2003 Queen's Plate, Mobile and Wando. When Todd Cable chose Mobile, it was Patrick Husbands who got the call on the homebred son of Langfure, and it was Husbands who got to experience something only a lucky few could ever imagine.
And the Triple Crown champion, Wando, was better than wonderful this afternoon. He was magnificent.
There was another veteran rider who made headlines in 2003-2004. After 22 years in the saddle, Robert Landry was given the prestigious Avelino Gomez Memorial Award in '03. But it was the next year that the hometown Toronto boy finally got to experience the moment all Canadian jockeys dream of.
Dreams can come true. Ligon and Robert Landry, they win the Queen's Plate.
Not to be forgotten, veteran James McKnight capturing his 3,000th career victory at age 51. And Francine Villeneuve becoming the first woman to ever win the Avelino Gomez Memorial Award. Finally, a group of 5 equine stars made headlines in 2004 when 5 Woodbine track records fell within a span of 39 days. The biggest coming from 2004 Horse of the Year, Soaring 3, who not only set a stakes record in the Addo Mile, but also put his name into the North American record books with a new mark of 119-1 for 7 furlongs on the turf.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Sport of Kings. And once again, on behalf of everyone here, we would like to say thank you for allowing us to spend this last half hour with you on this Saturday morning. One thing to leave you with, next week, 1 week from today, live horse racing comes back to Hastings Race Course. Remember, keep them straight or we are going to get you on that final turn.